What's up, everybody? It's your boy Nick Noodles coming at you with another great video. Today we've got the Kobe shirt on in memorial for these Kobe Grinches that are releasing. I figured if I put on this shirt, then my odds of copping go up exponentially, so we might as well pay tribute to one of the greatest of all time as we try to cop these Kobe's. Now, I'm not really going to resell these. I want one for my personal size, so in order to do that, I set up a privacy card with like a $230 spend limit, so hopefully once my bot checks out, if it checks out, then it should be able to check out more than one because I have a limit on it. Speaking of bots, today we are running Vibrus. It is a bot in its beta stage that I was able to get off a restock recently. I learned about it through my cook group, shout out browser, and it actually looks pretty good. I'm excited to see how it does. Apparently we won't have to solve any captchas today, so that might be cap, it might not be. I remember when I had Project Destroyer, they did not handle Data Dome that well initially. I don't know how they're doing now because I got rid of it. I remember having to solve like 20 or 30 captchas during a drop because of Data Dome. So that wasn't a lot of fun. Hopefully we don't experience that with this. I'm running about 50 tasks, 25 using cookie ISPs, which are pretty good proxies. They work for me on Supreme, and I haven't really tested them that much on foot sites, but I'm pretty confident in them. And then we're also using space resis. I think they're Eclipse resi plan or whatever. I have about 2 gigs left of data, and that expires tomorrow, I think. I'm only running 25 tasks with resis. Maybe I'll bump it up if my computer can handle it. But yeah, the spot looks pretty clean. The UI, I've seen worse UIs, you know. It's definitely in its beta stage. One thing I like about the UI, though, is when you pick up the product, you'll see during the live cop, the picture of the shoe actually pops up right here. So you can have a pretty good idea of like if your keywords worked and you're not picking up some random ass shoe. So yeah, we're going to be trying on here and the sneakers app, and then probably going for one of those loose gauge beanies on Supreme. Happy Christmas Eve to all my supporters that celebrate Christmas, and happy holidays just in general for everybody watching these videos. I'm going to go ahead and start my task, and we will see how we do with this live cop. All right, so we're about 2 minutes from the drop, 1 minute 30 seconds. And for once, I'm actually all set up, like my cameras are going. We got the sneakers app locked and loaded to give us an L. Started these a lot later, and now they're in queue, but sometimes that can be helpful. It looks like I have a couple banned proxies on some of these resis are banned, but it's whatever. My ISPs still look good, so that's what I mainly care about. Those are going to be the faster ones anyways. I'm excited to see how this does. Hopefully my computer doesn't crash. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be seeing here. It just says retrying the cart. I'm just going to trust in the process. Hopefully I didn't miss any last minute announcements. If it says retrying the cart, it's fine. I also like that this bot actually shows that it's carded. Not all bots do that, especially the budget ones like Project Destroyer. You never had any idea if it was in your cart or not. Being able to see if you actually cart stuff definitely helps with refining your setup, because if you can't even get into your cart, then you might be having proxy issues that you need to settle. So I'm glad that feature is in there. But it looks like this is just going to be a waiting game like any other foot site release. Didn't get it. Damn, sneakers. You hate to see it. All right, it's saying don't click anything for the captcha. I've carded one. I have no idea what's going on. They're talking about 2 cap. What is that? What is a 2 cap? Is that better than a 1 cap? Okay, just wait, it will solve. Okay, you know, trust in the process and they will deliver. All right, this is getting kind of boring, so I'm gonna turn off the video recording, and if something exciting happens, then I might turn it back on. But I'll probably just share some highlights and then recap with you all after the release. Okay, we have up to 5 carded now. 5 carded, 6 carded, 10 carded. The carts are going crazy. I have 13 in a cart right now. 14, oh my gosh. 15, I have 25 carded right now. One of them has to go through, right? 20, is this even real? 29 carded. That's more than half my tasks have carded. Well, the good news is they're able to add to cart and, you know, find a product pretty fast, which not a lot of beginner bots can even do. It looks like there's some issues with solving captchas. It's supposed to do it automatically. I'm really tempted to just solve it manually, but the dev says not to, and, you know, trust the process. But I mean, geez, man, 34 carded. All right, so Kobe's are pretty much an L. We're going to be going for these loose gauge beanies on Supreme now. I have my Kobe task running in the background here. We got up to like 37, I think, carded. We're at 34 right now. No checkouts, but after Supreme, we'll do a breakdown of what went wrong and my thoughts on the spot. But for now, let's just focus on Supreme. We have the right address this time, so. All right, we got the charcoal one. All right, welcome back everybody. So just a very quick recap of how today's live cop went. Didn't really go as planned. You know, I really wanted to get a pair of those Kobe's just because, one, it's a Kobe, and two, it's one of the most iconic Kobe designs of all time, if not the most iconic. I don't know too much about Kobe, so if there's a better, like, more iconic shoe than this one, then definitely let me know down below, because this is definitely probably a top 5 or maybe even a top 3. So the bot I was using, Vibrus, it didn't have a lot of trouble adding to cart and, you know, picking up the product, which not a lot of bots can do, as I said earlier in the video, especially for the price that I paid for it. It's very similar to how EasyCopBot did their beta release. I'm excited to see where it goes. It seems like there were issues with solving CAPTCHAs. I don't know how they're doing it. I think they were trying to solve it for us and bypass it, which I wouldn't even know how to do, so props to them. I'm super excited. These devs definitely seem to know what they're doing. I like that in their Discord, they respond to all types of questions. It's not super toxic, or there's not a lot of condescending people in the chat, you know, replying the dumb questions, because no question is dumb when you're starting botting. It can be very complicated to some people. Supreme, we just went and copped a beanie. That's for the personal. My girlfriend wanted one, so we went for it. I tried running a task for the black one because that one's probably going to sell out the fastest, but I solved the CAPTCHA and wasn't able to check out. And I had no problem checking out manually, so I just canceled that task. I didn't want to go for that Swarovski lighter just because people in my cook group were saying it was going to brick, and it definitely does look like it is going to brick, mainly because the stock numbers were likely very high for it. Now, if you have the capital to hold it, this will definitely go up in price in about a year's time. But it is going to take that long, I think, to be hitting, you know, $150 to $200. Anyways, that pretty much wraps up this video. If you want to see more botting videos like this, please leave a comment down below. I'm going to try to make it as interesting as possible. If you don't know, foot site releases are very boring and just sitting at your computer waiting for something to happen, because I believe foot sites, they release their stock gradually over like 2 hours or so. So it can take a long time before it's like officially out of stock. But yeah, let me know, did you cop these Kobe's? Did you get anything from Supreme this week? I believe Supreme's over unless we get some end of year sales or like an Air Force One restock tomorrow. So let me know what you're looking forward to from Supreme. If you haven't already checked out my top 10 Supreme items of 2020, definitely do so. But that pretty much wraps up this video, unless anything happens while I'm editing it. I will see you guys on the next one.